Good morning, one and all present here. Before starting this event, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Mrs. Jayashree Basat, the Assistant Professor of Department Computer Science and Engineering, Surendra Institute of Engineering and Management, Siliguri, West Bengal. And I'd like to welcome you all to this session. I would like to express my gratitude to the Principal Sir, the Chairman Sir, Director Ma'am, and the Management Committee of this organization. We have gathered here in virtual mode to inaugurate the function of this technical symposium Dhruva 2.0. Like every year, this year SIM College has introduced us with this second technical symposium Dhruva 2.0. So without wasting our time, I would like to request Mr. Esa Naha sir, the HOD of Mechanical Engineering Department, to address this gather. Sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Jayashree Madam. Good morning. Thanks to each and every one of you for being here with us today. I am Subrata Ranjan Naha, HOD of Department of Mechanical Engineering, Surendra Institute of Engineering and Management, Siliguri. It is a great honor for me to have the opportunity to deliver the welcome speech. First of all, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express our great pleasure in welcoming all of you into this national level virtual technical symposium, Dhruva 2.0. I take this opportunity to thank our Chairman Sir, Mr. Sharad Agarwal, and Director Ma'am, Mrs. Siddha Agarwal, for allowing us to hold this symposium on vertical platform due to the prevailing pandemic situation. It is my proud privilege to extend heartiest welcome to our chief guest for the inaugural session, Mr. Manish Kumar Gupta, Vice President, Avid Infrastructure Private Limited, New Delhi, for sparing his valuable time for us. I'd like to close my welcome speech by expressing my sincere wishes for the success of the symposium and for all participants taking part in different events. I now invite the convener of this symposium and our principal, Dr. S. Nagarajan, to deliver the inaugural speech of the symposium. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Naga, sir. Good morning, one and all present over here. A very warm welcome to our chief guest of today's inaugural session, Mr. Manish Kumar Gupta, sir. A respected chairman, sir, director, ma'am, heads of various departments, faculty members, dear students, and participants from various colleges. Our college organizes symposium consistently for students to gain knowledge, associating them with various aspects of life. These symposium helps students to get into self-introspection as well as their achievements. This encourages the students to participate in various events and see their blossom into an individual. I would also like to thank all our faculty members and student coordinators of various events for all the enthusiasm and energy they carry for the benefits of students' community. In today's competitive world, one cannot get success without influencing others, whether it is an interview or in conversation with friends. You need to influence to make them believe in you. Now, with the change of time of competition and economic revolution, students must develop interpersonal skills to have a brilliant career. A great personality boosts your confidence to give out your best performance. A positive attitude is really important for one to stay on the developmental path. To develop your personality, you must improve your knowledge first. you must also maintain a good speaking style to have an engaging conversation. I hope you all will understand the value of your personality and will enhance it for a better future. I assure you all that this kind of symposium will be beneficial and profitable for you in every aspect of your life. And we hope that all other students also learn from you all and bring laurels to our institution. I wish you all the very best for your bright future. Thank you once again. Now I would like to invite HOD Civil, Mr. Tapan sir, to formally introduce the chief guest to the audience. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Mr. Tapan Kumar Sen, the HOD of Civil Department, to deliver some speech and to introduce the chief guest of our chief guest, today's chief guest. So thank you. Sir, are you there? Tapan Kumar, sir.
Sir, unmute your
Sir, you
mic.
are muted. Please unmute yourself. Sir, you are, yeah.
Thank you. Am I
Okay,
audible
sir,
now?
now you are audible. Yes, sir, properly.
Okay.
Take on the session, sir. Okay, thank you.
Good morning to all present over here in this virtual mode national level symposium. I heartily welcome our chief guest, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. He is my close friend, and we are almost on the same domain. He is at present working as Vice President, Business Development, Project Planning and Monitoring with Avir Infrastructure Private Limited. A Delhi-based company, is an ISO certified company. They are also at the same time this Avir Construction in this locality. They are the main agency for construction of tunnel, railway tunnel from Shegop to Rangpo. He also responsible for ongoing 3 underground tunneling projects, what I was telling, of Indian Railway in Sikkim, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. He also worked with Adi Shankar Power Private Limited as president, where he had been responsible for handling all the operations of the company, including development of 3 hydro power projects of the company in Arunachal Pradesh, totaling an installed capacity of 200 megawatts. Have been instrumental and played key role in bringing all the 3 power projects of the company right from the concept to implementation. Before joining this company, he also worked as Tojo with the Tojo Vikas International Private Limited for 10 years. This is an engineering consultancy and survey investigation company based in Delhi, providing services in infrastructure sector, mainly hydropower, roads, bridges, railways, buildings, and marine. In TVIPL, he had been responsible for overall operations of the company, including business development and marketing, overall coordination and management of projects, technical direction, and technology development. He had been instrumental in developing business for the company and bringing the company at a platform of international standards and executing major projects for the organization. He is a professional in the construction field and is a dynamic professional with overall experience of about 23 years. And further, I heartily welcome our respected chief guest, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. Over to Mr. Gupta.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sen. Thank you very much. A very good morning to first the management of SIM, chairman, director, and all the management team of SIM. Honorable Principal Sahab, Professor Nagarajan Sahab, HOD of Civil Engineering Department, Professor TK Sen Sahab, a close friend. All the faculty members of SIM, and all my dear young friends out there in this symposium who are present from different colleges, whom I always refer to as the future of India. You are the one who will lead us, who will make us proud as a nation. The future lies in your hands, my friends. To start with, at the outset, I would like to thank entire SIM team, including the management and entire faculty members, for giving me this honor to be here at this platform and speak a few words in front of all of you. I'm really honored and thankful to all of you. A very special thanks to Mr. Sen for inviting me here. He's a close friend and a very senior person to us. We have high regards for him. He has almost spent entire life serving the nation, I would say, be it in the civil engineering field or be it in the academic field. I'm happy that he is associated in the academic also and continuing his profession and his interest. So I really like it actually. I being once upon a time, I wanted to be an academician actually. So, but in turn, I turned into this industry. So I'm very happy that some institutes like SIM, the private institutes, but they are really serving the nation in this kind of endeavor. And I'm happy that they are available in a country who can really offer the best-in-class infrastructure and the great faculty, which are the most important factors for any institute, I believe. They are required for the overall development of our young engineers and young students. Because teaching is something which many can do, but overall development is something which is the need of our, as of now, in this competitive world. As Honorable Principal Sahab has already said in his speech, so I really vouch for it and I echo his words here. So it is very much required. I'm very sure that all of our engineers and managers of this institute and various colleges, having graduated from such institutes like SIM, I'm sure they must be fully confident and competent to take on their challenges in their respective professional fields and career ahead. I'm very sure about it. Our country is in dire need of great engineers and managers who have high skills, as we are developing at a very, very fast pace. India is developing at a very, very fast pace, especially in last 10 years. So right from beginning, we had been developing, but nowadays we have crossed a certain level and we have achieved certain level. And now we are heading from developing to a developed nation. We wanted to come into a developed nation from developing countries now. So India is developing at a very, very fast pace. And I'm sure that all our teams, all our engineers, they're looking forward to it and they want to contribute in this development. I'm from the infrastructure sector, so I can speak a few words on infrastructure. So having worked for about 24 years now in the industry, I can assure you one thing, that infrastructure sector in last 10 years has grown very, very rapidly, and it is growing. It is growing at a much, much faster pace than earlier. This much assurance I can give you. Construction industry, as always, as everyone knows, is the backbone and engine of Indian economy. Many of you must be aware that India is expected to become world's third largest construction market by next year. World's third largest construction market by next year. Overall development of entire country or any country, you say, is always dependent on the construction sector. As good infrastructure is the need of our. Good infrastructure is the basis of development of all the projects and the entire nation. This is known to everyone. This is known to the academician. This is known to the institutes. This is known to the government. And that is why government has always given prime attention to this sector. Always. Government of India, be it state government, be it central government, everyone has given always prime attention. Government of India has always been continuously developing new policies, and they are implementing new policies to ensure the creation of world-class infrastructure, right from roads to highways to power plants to bridges, dams, real estate, and all urban development projects, you name it. And government has always been implementing these new policies. And government's this prime focus on the development of all infrastructure in the country is attracting all the private and government and domestic and international players in the market. Private sector is coming in a big way. Of late, private sector is emerging as a key player across various infrastructure projects, be it roads, be it power plants, be it airport, be it communication, you name it, and all private sectors companies are there. Earlier, many fields were only for the government. For example, power projects were only for the government. Highways were only built by the government. Nowadays, private sectors have emerged as a big player on PPP model, on IPP model, on various models. Power was in the government's hand earlier. Now privatization has happened. Power plants are being built by the private companies. They are owned on root basis. They are built. We have a portfolio of around 10,000 megawatt in Arunachal Pradesh. We have built the Teesta 3 hydropower projects in Sikkim. So now privatization has brought a new picture to the era. The private industry has given a new technology to the country. Now we are developing at a very, very fast thing. That is why many highway projects and railway projects are coming in various parts of the country in a very big way. We ourselves are working on some of the projects. As Sen Saab has already told, we are working on tunnels in Sikkim on the Sevak Rangpo project. We are working on some tunnels in Madhya Pradesh, again for the railway. We are working on various projects in Maharashtra, in Pune for the railway doubling projects. And we are also working on some hydropower projects in Arunachal Pradesh. So we are developing in various parts of the country. Our endeavor in Abir is to become at least one of the top infrastructure companies in the country by year 2025. That is our target. And we intend to do this. Our team is working on it, and our management is very serious about it. Many companies in power projects, in infrastructure, in highways, and railways, they are having same kind of endeavor, and they are really investing into it. And I'm sure by 2025, we will have a different picture of the country. I'm really hopeful to it. You must be aware that recently, India has joined hands with Japan for development of the Northeastern region. Strategic infrastructure projects are going to be developed in this domain, which will give a boost to the Indian economy, which will give a boost to the Northeastern region as well. Job opportunities in our country, I always have maintained, are ample. People say there are no jobs, there are unemployment. I tend to differ here. There are ample opportunities for the jobs. Only thing is, in fact, I would say there is a scarcity of good skilled manpower. You must have to get the skills to grab those jobs. You must have that much confidence level. You must have those kind of skills in you. And here comes the role of our institutes like SIN is doing. Here comes the role of our academician. Here comes the role of our education ministry to develop those skills, which I find sometimes missing. I've seen many students coming from the colleges. Graduation means there is some level, means you must be acceptable to the market. You must be acceptable. You must be employable. It is not that you have passed a degree, you have a degree with 99% marks, but you are unemployable. There are cases, I have seen such cases. People have 99%, 90% marks, but they are unemployable. I cannot imagine this. If that kind of scenario goes, we are bound to fail. This is what I have always felt. So people should have life skills, what we call life skills, overall personality development, as Professor Nagarajan Saab has already said. So I'm sure, so he must be inculcating all these things in his institute as well. This is the need of our. This is the real need of our. Government of India prime focus is on development. This is what we want to achieve. Now, job opportunities are there. There is no scarcity. The only thing is, to make all this possible, we need the young blood, the young engineers, the young managers with high skills, high motivation, lot of enthusiasm, energy, and on the top of it, honesty towards yourself, honesty towards work, which in my opinion is the most important key factor among them. Be honest to your work. Be honest to yourself, what you are doing. Be a critic of yourself. Accept the critics. Try to improve upon. This is what I have always maintained. I'm sure many of the students here are there in this platform. I'm sure many of you must be top rankers, must have achieved 90 plus gradings, A plus, and some of you may have achieved C or may have achieved less ranks, less marks. But let me tell you one thing, rankings and these marks may be good for allowing you an entry in one company or the other which you choose, which you must choose very, very carefully. All of you must choose very, very carefully. But that's it. There it stops. Beyond that, all are same. Whether it is top ranker or it is a person who is ranked 3rd or 4th or 5th or 10th or even 30th or even 40th. It is immaterial. After that, it is only your overall life skills, overall personal development, how you have developed yourself. Your future growth will depend only and only upon that. You must have to develop an interest in everything your company is doing, not only one thing. As they say, there is one proverb which says, the jack of all and master of none. But I have always maintained the jack of all and master of at least one. Develop your expertise at least in one domain. Be an expert of it. When I say expert of it, be a master of it. Other people should not be able to question you. Develop that kind of skills, at least in one domain. And develop enough knowledge in all other domains you're working in. It is not that I'm a civil engineer. I have been given this job. I will do only this job. No. How the company's operations are working, how the company is working, wherever you go, in whichever company you go, what are the lacunas, where all you can improve, think on that. personal development, life skills is that. Now, as a student, how much I'm having pocket money in my pocket, how much I should spend it, where from that pocket money will come. These are the life skills. What are the need to be present in a social sector? Those are the life skills which all students, in my opinion, must learn. That is what I always maintain. I have seen in my life and in my entire circle, there are many people who were my batchmates in colleges, in universities. I have seen many people, they didn't get good ranks or good marks in some colleges, but they're at the top of the management in many organizations. I'm sure many of you must have seen this kind of examples. So your marks and grades, they're left behind once you get into a professional life. So my friends, my young friends, move ahead and don't worry about it. Whatever it is, whatever you have done, it has gone past now. Develop on your personal life skills, which is the most important part in my opinion. You must target to become overall package. You must target to become overall package of managers and overall package of the development, not only as an individual technical person just with one skill. During your professional life, you may be very serious about your work. Whatever work has been assigned by your organization or your company, you do that very, very seriously. Be honest to that work, give your 100% to that work. But at the same time, look for your own personal development as well. This is what I have seen in my life. I've seen one of my friends was there in when I joined an organization. There is one guy who was very, very sincere, who was in one of the top ranking positions. He had been doing one job. He had been doing that job very, very seriously in last 25 years. He had been doing that job very, very seriously, but he had been doing only that job. And there were many other people who got bored of that job. They said, we want some changes. They made some changes. They learned more of their organization. Those people are heading those organizations, and that guy is doing still that job. So I always say that be honest to your work, be serious about your work, but always have your own personal development. That is one thing which you also must know. This, because once you grow, the company will automatically grow. Your growth is organization's growth. It is always a give and take phenomenon. So you have to develop on your own personal development as well. Your professional career, you must be serious, but you have to develop your own skills. It's an era of developing techno-managerial skills, not only the technical skills. You have to be good managers as well. And you have to be good technology expert as well. All organizations, they prefer the overall skills. They always like the multidisciplinary people who can act. I have a billing engineer, let us say I have a billing engineer. That billing engineer should also see that what is happening in the organization. It is not that I have been given this job, this is my duty, I will do only this, I will not do further. So you have to have that overall development. Please mark these words. Wherever you go, in whichever company you go, always those people are preferred who have a little wider vision. Not only this thing. Please mark these words. I'm sure you will face the world. You are a bird who is going to fly. So please mark these words. It's very, very important. One more thing which I would like to add here. I hope I'm not taking much of your time. But one more thing which I would like to add is, based on my experience, I have always stated that stay updated. Stay updated with the latest technologies and trends in the market. What is happening in the market? What is new? What are the new technologies? Stay updated. Now, how will you stay updated? Is by reading. So develop that habit of reading. Always stay updated. Always keep reading something or the other. Reading should be developed as a habit. I'm sure you must be doing it. All of you must be doing it. But being present here, it becomes my duty, I think, to speak these words. If I can motivate at least one guy out of this, I will feel that my purpose of coming here has been achieved. Become a leader, but lead from the front. One instance is coming to my mind when I joined the industry for the first time after having come from the university. So I was on one project in Madhya Pradesh. My boss was with me, of course. There was one project which was being handled, and at one instance, there were very big, heavy, dry batteries. Those batteries were required for some operations at site. And it was early morning. No helpers were available. So the batteries were required to be lifted to the second floor of the building. The guy himself lifted those 3 batteries and took it to the second floor. Of course, I joined him. I was helpful to him, but he did it. And just that incident clicked so much in my mind that day onwards, I never shied away from any work, whatever small or whatever big that work is. I have always done that work with my own hands if the help is not available. So never shy away from the hard work. That is the key. Prefer to work at site. Some engineers I have seen, they want to do the white collar job. They want to join only the office. They say, we don't want to do the site works. From where the learning will come if site work is not being preferred. So first prefer some site works, then go to the office. Then you will have a bigger vision. You will have a bigger exposure. You must have learned new things. Then only you can beat the team. So my request to all the young engineers here is prefer doing hard work. I have always maintained, I have always felt, I have always stated these things to my engineers in my organization or wherever I go. The first 5 years of your career, mark these words, first 5 years of your career, of any person's career, will decide the future, the road of the next 30 years of your career. So guys, my friends, struggle real hard during the first 5 years of your professional life to get the yield of your hard work in the next 30 years of your professional life. That is what I have always appealed to my engineers, to my friends, to my colleagues in my organization or wherever I go and meet them. This is what I have always maintained. So guys, I'm sure I have bored you a lot, but this is what I feel. This is what is coming from my experience. This is what I expect from some of you. Be ready to take up the challenge and serve the nation. Don't shy away from the hard works. Be honest to yourself. Be sincere. Don't worry about what has happened in your college, what has happened in your past. Leave it. Come forward and struggle hard. This is what I had to say without taking much. I'm sure, I don't know, I have taken much of time, and this is what I wanted to speak a few words. So without taking much of your precious time, I really wish that I could be physically present with your team. Sometime I would try to make it. I would like to end here with my all best wishes for a bright and thrilling future to all my young dear friends out there who are really looking forward to their bright future ahead. And once again, a big thanks to SIM, the chairman, Saab, the director and entire management team, the honorable principal Saab, Professor Nagarajan Saab, HOD of Civil Engineering, a real good, I would call it mentor, Professor Sen Saab, and the entire faculty members, of course, and the administration, entire team of the SIM. So I'm really honored to be here and present before all of you to speak a few words. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir,
Thank you. Thank you,
for
Gupta
your
Saab.
great speech, inspiring speech. Even I can assure that everyone is participating including
Sound is cracking. Yeah, yes.
focus on That was very much important for us
Your sound, your voice is
all,
cracked.
from his student, from his teacher, also all
You are not audible. The voice is cracked. Thank you, Gupta sir, for your encouraging speech.
Thank you, sir.
And the same thing also I used to tell all the students. You should be dedicated. You say this is a reality. This is the reality, and then whatever you have shared for the students, I think very much will be beneficial for the students.
in which their career, not only focus on their work, but side by side they can their career. So thank you, Mansa, for grace. In fact, this means the general instruction for the request. Am I audible?
Our project manager, Mr. Rajendra Kumar, is also there from Sikkim in this platform, I believe. So some of engineers I had already said, some of our engineers are also available in this platform. So Mr. Rajendra Kumar, Mr. Sumit Gupta.
Thank you, Mr. Rajendra Kumar, for joining this symposium.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Despite your busy schedule, I know because I faced the situation.
Yeah.
And the same situation, it's a trauma, and because the tunneling is in the Himalayan region, in the Darjeeling Hills or the Sikkim Hills.
Yes, sir.
It's a really horrible because I long back, 81 to 87, I was in the tunneling for the Rama Hill project, and then in the Sikkim Stage 5, Tista Stage 5, I was in the tunnel. Then in the Bhutan also, Tala project, I was in the tunnel. L&T Rasenpur was my contractor, and then I was from the authority. And then I know, as part of busy schedule and the other engineers who have joined over here from the Abid Construction Infrastructure Private Limited, most welcome on this symposium. And sorry to bother you. I requested Gupta Sahab that some site engineers, if they can join, it will definitely the students will be motivated, no doubt. Thanks. Thanks to all the Gupta Sahab once again, and then
Thank you so much, sir.
Project.
So I take your leave if you grant me
Thank you,
permission.
sir.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You can leave.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir,
Thank you,
for
sir.
your great speech. Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you.
keep in touch. We'll keep in touch.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, we are going to go for the next event. Now, I would like to request each and every event student coordinator for each of the department to announce the general instruction for the participation. Now, first of all, I would like to request the student event coordinator of CSC department to brief the announcement of the general instruction to the participant.
A very good morning to
Yeah.
principal. Yes, ma'am. A very good morning to principal, sir, HODs, faculty members, and all the students. I'm Neha Rani from third year CSE department, and I'm also the student coordinator for PowerPoint presentation category of Dhruva 2.0. Now, there are various advantages of participating in PPT competition, some of which are it broadens participants' depth of knowledge relating to that field, makes them updated with recent advancement with technologies. Certificates surely help them with showcase their recruiter that they have good communication skill and they take interest in whatever they're involved in. It will prepare the participants for public speaking, create a confidence to face people, which will surely help them in future interviews. On behalf of the organizing team from CSE department, I would like to thank Principal Sir for providing this wonderful opportunity to all the students for them to participate, brush up their skills, and eventually gain knowledge and confidence. The topic given for PowerPoint presentation is advanced technology, and we had received a total number of 12 registrations. The PPT category of Dhruva 2.0 will start from 11:30 a.m. today, the meeting link of which has been shared to all the participants. So far, under the guidance of our faculty coordinators, Amrita ma'am and Arindam sir, everything has been going very smoothly, and we hope that this event is a success. Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, Neha. Next, I'm going to ask student coordinator of mechanical engineering to announce the general instruction for the participants.
Yes. Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, properly.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Respected principal, sir, teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Rohan Gupta, student of 4th year Mechanical Engineering Department, and I am also the student coordinator for the PPT presentation contest hosted by Mechanical Department. And the topic for the presentation is effect of e-learning. Nowadays, e-learning has become an increasingly popular approach to learning in higher education institution due to the rapid growth of internet technology. And in India, e-learning has gained its popularity during this pandemic period. As we can see, most higher education institutions using e-learning to improve the education of students and enhance their technology skills. E-learning can give us a lot of positive effects. So far, if e-learning is considered as the main way of learning, it will generally have some negative and some positive influences. Negative effect will make fall the young generation, and the positive effect will grow this young generation. I request everyone to be present during the presentation to get an overview of all the participants on the given topic. The presentation will start on 2 p.m. and the link for the same has been shared to all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, I would like to ask student event coordinator of Civil Engineering Department to announce the general instruction to the participants.
Good morning to one and all present here. I am Disha Agarwal from Civil Engineering Department, 3rd year, and I'm also the student coordinator of Technical Quiz. The virtual symposium is a wonderful place to network with your peers, faculty, and professionals in your field. It helps build oral communication skills and deepens an understanding of your work. Technical quiz, paper presentation, and all other events are an important part of professional development, and all presenters at SIM's virtual symposium will receive valuable feedback on their work. Presenting your work at the symposium gives you a chance to share your findings with other students, faculty, staff, and professionals in your field. Maybe you aren't going into a research field, so you think that presenting at a symposium will not matter to potential employers or graduates. Think again. 87% of employers say they are more likely to hire recent graduates if they have had research experience. Highlight your experience of presenting your work at a conference or symposium on your resume. Thank you.
Thank you, Disha. And next, I'm going to ask the student event coordinator of electrical department to announce the general instruction to the participants.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, properly.
So, very good morning to one and all present here, our respected principal sir, and all the faculty members. I am Rajesh Raha from 3rd year electrical department, and I am the student coordinator for this event of paper presentation. And so the instructions are: maximum number of participants in a team is 4. Abstract should not exceed 1 page. PPT should not exceed 30 slides per paper. The topics that the papers need to be based on are suggestive, and it is advisable that the presentation focuses on one particular topic. The team will get 5 minutes for oral presentation and 2 minutes for Q&A session. All the authors will get participation e-certificate. Best paper award will be given to 2 teams, and the decision of judges will be the final, and no arguments or appeal will be entertained. And our event will start by sharply 12 o'clock. I request all the participants to be present on time. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh. I'd like to I'd like to ask everyone to stop their video. Every stop video and take a photo. Memorize this. On your video.
Ma'am, the voice is breaking. The announcement to all the participants, all are requested to switch on your video to capture the group photo. All are requested to switch on your video for a moment to capture the group photo. Thank you. Santosh sir, you can propose vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all present here. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta, respected Director Ma'am, Principal Sir, my dear fellow colleagues, and all the participants. It is such an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank you all dignitaries. On behalf of SIM, I, Santosh Shah, Senior Assistant Professor of Computer Science and Engineering Department, to all the people in the gathering. I would like to express my gratitude to all esteemed delegates of the webinar for their presence and contribution to make the webinar a great success. I extend my gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta, to take out time from his busy schedule to grace the event. Thank you for inspiring and encouraging us with your words on this special day. Thank you.
Attendance link is available
Over
in
to you,
the
ma'am.
chat box. Go check the link. After submitting your attendance, you can leave the room.